Okay, we'll see how it goes. Thanks, Brooke.
Michael Duncan, John Ashbrook of the Ruthless Podcast with us now. Gentlemen, how are you? Good morning to you. You guys look like brothers.
They're brothers in arms.
That's really amazing. Here was the line singing from the same playbook, songbook on Sunday Watch.
These times call for fighting fire with fire. We didn't ask for this fight.
All of us are concerned about the future of democracy. He's literally helping whittle it away and licking the boots of his leader, Donald Trump.
So what should Democrats do? Sit back and say, oh, gee, Trump is doing this terrible. We can't do anything. Let them win the election when they shouldn't. So Democrats have got to fight back. I think it's pathetic, but I think that's what they've got to do.
Hey, John, how do you see it? You go first. You're a witness.
Well, I'll tell you how I see it. I don't know if you've ever looked at a congressional map of the state of Illinois. You played audio from J.B. Pritzker there. There are some districts that stretch all across the state, just inexplicable drawing. And he himself made fun of it. I don't know that he, at the time when he made fun of it on the Colbert Report, realized that he was making fun of districts that were drawn specifically so that they could be represented only by Democrats. You play Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders represents the state of Vermont. Vermont hasn't had a Republican in the House of Representatives for maybe 30 years. Massachusetts doesn't have a Republican in the House of Representatives since like 1997. So Democrats are accusing Republicans of doing something that they have done for decades.
Yeah, I would say, just to add to that, is we're the ones now fighting fire with fire. It's the Republicans. It's Governor Abbott. You know, Democrats have gerrymandered these states forever. And I don't know who's in charge of PR in the Democratic Party, but sending these Dems from Texas up to Illinois, one of the worst Democratic gerrymanders in all of America, is hilarious. Republicans receive 44% of the vote, and they only represent 17% of the congressional districts in Illinois. It's absurd.
You know, somebody who is trying to do PR for the Democrats is Jasmine Crockett, a congresswoman from Texas. Stephen A. Smith had some thoughts about her. Watch here.
When you listen to Jasmine Crockett or an AOC and the way they talk about them, even an Elizabeth Warren to a lesser degree or what have you, the Republicans are having a field day. They like, put them up on the screen. Let's show them. They plaster them all over the place.
Michael, I mean, both of you are masters of political communication. He's got a point.
Well, I hate to praise a Knicks fan, but I'm going to go ahead and do it and say Stephen A. is correct. I think what he's also pointed out that's really smart is that so much of the Democratic establishment is scared of these people. They will not rebuke Mamdani for his Soviet grocery stores. No, they're all in on this. They think this is the future of the Democratic Party. I mean, good for him. There's going to have to be people in that party who force them to change their ways.
John?
Yeah, and I think that he represents a voice that is just left of center among Democrats who are like, wait a minute, where are all the normies? And the loudest voices on their side, people like Jasmine Crockett, are allowed to preserve this fiction that, for example, Jasmine Crockett went to very expensive private schools her entire life, and she acts like she didn't. And so I think that guys like Stephen A., and you even heard Jimmy Kimmel criticizing the comics on the left, saying that, like, they are really hurting their party's chances. I, for one, hope nobody listens to Stephen A. Smith and Jimmy Kimmel, because Republicans are doing pretty well with Democrats.
Well, we love having you, and we will listen to Ruthless Podcast. Thanks so much for being here,
Thank you,
guys.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.